Mrs. Robinson.
Superior Court of California, County of Los Angeles, in the matter of the people of the state of California versus Orenthal James Simpson, case number BA097211. We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Orenthal James Simpson, not guilty of Penal Code Section 187.
Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us.
tick faster.
That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true gods, giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
All right, welcome once again to the Beatzilla PDX official show. I am your host, Beatzilla PDX officially, and this is the weekly wrap up news break edition, as you can tell. So that means we are live, but we are just not on camera this evening. But you did see me live Wednesday, so that's one live and one off camera, as you have noticed the routine to be. So, we are going to get into a couple of stories here that we have to talk about. Of course, you see the juice effect being the main story of the evening and has probably been the main story of the week. So first, let's start off by saying rest in peace to OJ Simpson. And that's and condolences to his family, which we also discuss some of the things that people are already eyeing the descendants of OJ Simpson, his fortune, namely Fred Goldman. But we will get there. First off, though, if you could do me a big favor, family, as you are coming in this broadcast, can you please hit the like button? If you have not, can you hit the share button if you would? Share this out on your social media. Let everybody know we are live right now on this Good Friday Eve. And matter of fact, let me do this. All right, let me get in here. Let me get into my own live. Let me do that. Busy day, family, but we are here making it do what it do. So let me post this on my community tab. We are live. Oh, wait, hold on. We're not doing that. Discard. So yeah, bear with me, family. But as I said, we're going to get that out. We're going to get that fixed. But like I said, share this out on your social media. If you would, I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you have not already subscribed to this channel, please do so at this time. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the word all. That way you'll be notified anytime this channel goes live or a video is uploaded. And if you are watching on Facebook or X, make your way over to this channel on YouTube, Beatzilla PDX Official. Make sure you come over here and subscribe. I've been doing the multi-streaming thing this month because this is new Black Media Appreciation Month. But this will probably not go. I don't think I'll be doing this too much longer. But I hope that you guys enjoy what you are seeing and come on over, follow this channel on YouTube. That's where this broadcast will primarily be found. So sometimes we might do the multi-platform streaming, but not guaranteed to be all the time. So with that being said, you might want to make sure you get over here because there's also videos that will be uploaded that won't be on, of course, on X because it's not a live stream. And Facebook as well. So make sure you're coming over here. And if you're on Facebook, follow. If you're not following the Beatzilla PDX official page, make sure you go do that as well. So, and also, if you want to become a member here on YouTube, you can also become a member. And as you see, you have the members in the chat with the badges, and you can support that way. With that being said, one of the things we do here on this, see what I did there? And speaking of doo-doo, before I get to that, family, let me give a shout out to DJ OG1, and he's family. So one of the people that would probably get early dibs on some samples of new music coming from the Do the Funk All Stars. And with that being said, big shout out to the brother for, and he has played our records, my records before on in NBA games. And so he's the official DJ of the Portland Trail Blazers. And this is just a snippet, of course, of what we got coming your way. Yeah, yes, indeed. High vibes indeed. So that is, of course, what the other thing that I do. So, for those who didn't know, yeah, we do a little bit of music around these parts. Just a touch, And, so like I said, having a DJ playing, your stuff at the NBA games is very dope. So shout out to brother DJ OG1. Man, been going way back. Actually, we did a record years ago. So yeah, shout out to that good brother. And man, as always, salute and shout out for that love. Black first. Patricia Slade in the building. Yes, indeed. Jersey City in the building. Thank you for being here on this Friday evening. And we have Cynthia Newman in the chat. Greetings, Cynthia Newman. Thank you for being here as well. David Boyd in the building. David Boyd, I believe, coming from the Bronx. Shout out to you, David Boyd. Yes, indeed. And DSM Sinister in the building. It's a Black First from Iowa. Oh man, you from Iowa? Oh, okay. Well, man, that man, I bet you seeing them sad faces around them parts. Yeah, I'm sure there's a whole lot of bad feelings with them folks off up in your town. I know they moping around. You probably working with a few of them that's like, I already know. I'm from Portland, Oregon, man. So when they were pushing Sabrina Ionescu, and Sabrina Ionescu, for those who don't know, she was like they was doing the whole GOAT thing then with her, and trying to basically make her the great white hype at the time, and she ended up losing to the Baylor Lady Bears. So shout out to them. NCAA champions over once again and I cannot say that Sabrina Ionescu is overhyped, and she playing for our our hometown team. So still, I shout out to the Lady Bears. Yo 103 Queen, and thank you for being here as well. Yes, indeed. Oh, from Philly. Okay, I didn't realize that's where you were at. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here as well. Blueberry Muffin. Good evening, my good sister from I-5 Corridor. Black first as always. And we got Lynette Williams in the building. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. Black first from Alabama. Montgomery, to be exact. And we got our good sister Judah Queen in the building. Always a pleasure to have you in the building. Hope everything is well with you and yours. And Black first as always. Thank you for always being on solid duty. For those of y'all who, she has definitely been on this new Black media moderator scene for some years now. So shout out and salute to you for what you do as well. Happy new Black Media Appreciation Month. D Foster in the building. Black first, brother. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you. And sis, Jermaine O'Neal and the Portland Trailblazers. Yep, long live mentor coach George Glimpf. Yeah, Jermaine O'Neal. Yes, indeed. He married folks I know all the way from childhood. Nightbot in the building. Shout out to Nightbot on Nightbot duties. Yes, indeed. Appreciate Nightbot. And Mary Evans in the building. Shalom Shabbat. Eve Beatzilla. Yes, indeed. North Carolina in the house. Okay. Shout out and salute to you. Thank you for being here as well. Yes. All right. And where do I want to start first? So much. And this, like I always say, it's not, my wife always say, you always say it's not going to be long broadcast. Well, I don't plan for this to be. However, there's a little issue that we have to just, put family up on game on, because I don't know what the hell is on President Biden's mind right now, but he had to have known like where this goes, and the powers that be obviously know what direction this was heading in. So after all of this support, again, I'm saying, aren't we glad we just minded our own Black business on this Gaza thing? You got these folks out here doing whatever they doing over there. And once again, here's Joe Biden trying to rope us back into the mix. I cannot help but notice the optics of what he pulled today. He's going to go in front of the National Action Network and then start fielding questions about basically the start of World War III. So here, let me go over here and get around these Black folks. So basically, I'm going to come over here in the room of global moral stature. And then I'm going to start fielding these questions about what's going on in Gaza. Check this.
How imminent do you think an attack on Israel is from Iran, Mr. President?
I want to get a secure information, but my expectation sooner than later.
Mr. President, to Iran in this moment?
Don't.
Are American personnel and assets at risk, Mr. President? Mr. President, are American troops at risk as well?
We are devoted to the defense of Israel. We will support Israel. We will help defend Israel, and Iran will not succeed. Thank you very much.
What would trigger a direct U.S. response, sir?
Why is he at Nan? Why is he there? I mean, I'm just so confused. It's a presidential podium with Nan as the background. Did I miss something? Yo, what are we looking at, family? You just gonna we gonna just force Black folks into this conversation. That's a whole presidential podium. Why is the backdrop Nan? National Action Network? Are you kidding me? Oh, no, contraire, mon frere. What is going on here? Are they trying to throw us in their family? Blueberry Muffin with the super chat. In honor of our new Black Media Appreciation Month, Black First. Thank you as well. And always, peace, power, blessings, and protection be upon you and yours. Hashtag hold your own man. Damn it. Oh my goodness. Can y'all believe this? You literally gonna go. They just can't leave us alone, can they? Let me use black folks as a backdrop. Let me literally use black folks as a backdrop. I'm a bring in what has the appearance of black activism in the backdrop with a presidential seal. Oh my goodness. Wee. Oh, the devil never rests. Oh, Cynthia Newman, they never rest. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yo, Queen. I think he's looking for his bedpan, huh? Yeah, he might be. Huh. This is shameful. This is shameful. That's really all I can say about that. It's wow. So be on the lookout for that, and look out for these talking heads to start popping out here. You know, hey, this is what black people are saying. See, when I'm in the black barbershop, this is the conversation that I see brothers having in the barbershop. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Ooh, wee. Yeah, this is trying to rope us into something on a fierce level. And I say we resist. What I say is that we resist. And they have, I guess this is to be expected, but like this type of move here is just saying, okay, we can't get black support, so we'll just manipulate the optics of it. Hey, Rep Now, can we use your backdrop real quick? I mean, because I showed you when Kathy Hacho, she just did her whole thing talking about reparations. That's a completely different backdrop and podium from this. So I'm confused. Like, how did we just throw, man, like I'm saying, he's using the optics of black activism and then fielding questions about Gaza. That is absolutely wicked. Resist the devil and he will flee. I'll tell you, vote couch. We need him to flee right now. Dominique Devereaux in the building. Yes, indeed. Now that OJ is dead, they're going to make all kinds of Lifetime and mainstream movies dragging his name through the mud and defaming his character now that he ain't around to defend himself. You already know what they're going to do on that one. You better know it. That is going to be the play. Man, you see how they did Michael Jackson. Shoot. Good Times, the cast of Good Times still living. You see how they doing them now. And they lied to them people. I'm glad Bernadette Standers came out and said something about that because they sure enough lied to that woman and lied to Jimmy Walker about how they were presenting this cartoon. So that's just evil in itself. That is as evil as all get out in itself. But I guess that's to be expected. Unfortunately. So let's see. Where do I want to go first? You know what? Let's go to this story here. Let's do this story here. We got Brother Breeze Omega in the building. Salute to Breeze Omega in the building. Yes, indeed. Shout out to you, my brother. Black first. Yes, indeed. Mary Evans said that cartoon is right out the trash. You already know. That is horrible. Horrible. And it's, again, the Over the Rainbow episode of Good Times is them getting out of the ghetto. The tides have changed, and but man, no. But goodness, yeah, that good times, that's just garbage. But I wanted to, let's see, let's get this little clip in here. Where's that? Where's my window here? No, I think I have a photo too. Let me see if I can get this photo in here and show y'all this picture that's kind of catching some flack. And I find it funny that the hypocrisy in politics never ceases to amaze. It never fails to disappoint. Well, I mean, it's always disappointing, but it'll never disappoint when you're looking for, I guess, a clown show. Yeah, to put it in lesser terms, this is a clown show. So, in the political theater, which is the 2024 election, everybody understands who runs the yard, and the optics of being close or good or somewhat decent in the view of Black voters right now is ever increasingly being visually apparent to be important. And so these optics that you have right here, this is kind of something that has been going a little bit on the viral end, I guess. Oh, you know what? I forgot. This isn't on X. This is only on Facebook. So, so yes, if you're not on, you need to be on this YouTube channel if you are watching on Facebook right now, because yes, I totally forgot. This is not on X. This is not on X tonight. So, if you are watching on Facebook right now, make sure you get over here and tune into this good information over here. But like I was saying, this story is going a little viral, and this picture is going, viral because, there was a Chick-fil-A visit by Donald Trump, and it's getting interesting response considering what we have seen in recent months. But nonetheless, here's the clip of a little clip of him going and paying a visit to, I guess, a meet and greet at Chick-fil-A.
Nice to see everybody.
How you doing, Trump?
I'm doing good.
I love you, man.
Good. You look good.
I love you.
Yep.
Everybody straight.
Everybody having a good time? Get ready. Yeah, I'd give you one. Can I have 30 milkshakes? And also some chicken. And we're going to take care of the customers. Is business good? You're making a lot of money? Everyone's getting rich, right? Thanks very much. Look at the way you hold. You like each other, right? Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. We're going to get rid of Biden.
Bye, Sleepy.
He is the worst president in the history of the United States, and he's horrible to the black community. Like it or not, he treats the black community bad. And check out his record in the 1990s. Check out his record in the 1990s.
Your economically was for us. Yeah.
Well, opportunities.
Opportunity-wise, everything holistic.
Best job numbers ever.
The first step egg. Let's talk about it.
And again, the colleges and universities. I just get the whole thing now.
Yeah. I got you. No problem.
You take care of yourself.
Can I get one picture really quick?
Well, and there's been a lot of backlash about this because they're like, well, this was a setup and this was a arranged stop. Well, of course it was, but aren't all these situations? So I don't understand how they're acting like this is something spontaneous, because of course we know it's not. It's a political move. Like this is politics. It's the theater of politics. There's nothing like new or out of line here. I don't understand. But nonetheless, this article reads how a black conservative activist arranged Donald Trump's stop at an Atlanta Chick-fil-A. So there, notice how they threw the word activist out there. Oh, notice how they're using the word activist. That's just funny. But that's, there's a reason why they're doing that, because what they want to do is basically quantify her blackness and say, well, hey, this black woman's kind of going off. Ain't she, y'all black folks? I mean, ain't she really going off? I mean, like, hey, black people, look at her. She's a black activist. Okay, well, take that with a grain of salt. I guess in some circles, some people would call Candace Owens an activist. I don't know what kind of activist you would call her, but come to find out, this woman actually works for Candace Owens, by the way. So that's what type of activist she is. Anyway, this Aryan Press, it reads the scenes of Donald Trump being warmly greeted on Wednesday by a black audience at a Chick-fil-A restaurant in Atlanta electrified conservative political media at a moment when Republicans hope to make inroads with Democrats' most committed voting bloc. The widely shared moments were days in the making. An alliance between the Trump campaign, local activists, and students at some of the nation's most iconic historically black colleges. Trump and his allies have argued he can win greater black support due to his message on the economy and immigration. A notion President Joe Biden's campaign rejects. Some of his outreach to African Americans has played on racial stereotypes, promoting $399 branded sneakers, or suggesting that black people should empathize with dozens of felony charges. And I guess that's what it says. So some of his outreach to African Americans has played on racial stereotypes, promoting the sneakers and empathizing with dozens of felony charges, and has offended longtime critics and some potential allies. But the campaign considered Wednesday's photo opportunity at Chick-fil-A, a stop he made on the way to a fundraiser in Atlanta, a win that produced viral videos shared by his allies and widely discussed by supporters and opponents alike. People find it hard to believe that there are young black people who would have loved the opportunity to meet Trump, said Michaela Montgomery, a conservative activist and founder of Conserve the Culture, which recruits and educates college students and young alumni at Atlanta's historically black colleges and universities. Montgomery, a former Georgia Republican Party staffer who regularly coordinates events for HBCU students, open to conservative ideas, to meet with politicians and activists, said she was notified earlier in the week that Trump would visit Atlanta's Vine City neighborhood. During his trip to the host a high-dollar fundraiser in the city, she notified a private group chat of students she uses to coordinate events and job opportunities about the president's visit. She received immediate interest in appearing alongside him from around a dozen students. Wow. Everybody got together around 9:30 in the morning and walked over to the Chick-fil-A, and then we sat there and waited until the president showed up, said Montgomery. Okay, well, she's telling you that she actually basically put together an event because she was already on the conservative thing. So, I mean, the way they're spinning, the way they're trying to spin this is as if, well, yeah, this is nice try. Like, no, this is what it looks like. This is a political stop. And so he goes over there and talks to black folks. I don't even understand what type of thing that they're trying to do. Breeze Omega says, so it wasn't organic? Oh, no. No, not at all. None of these things really are, though. I mean, none of these things, they're not organic. There's no subsequent camera crew. Like, some of this stuff is professionally shot. Like, no. There's none of this stuff that's organic. They're able to film it, cut it, and edit it and make it look like it, but no, it ain't. All these things is organized. Let's see. This head. Okay, who can be seen embracing the? Okay, so she's the one who you can see embracing the former president in multiple viral videos. It's really disheartening to see that the media makes it seem like we just stumbled into a Chick-fil-A and he brought us milkshakes. And for some reason, see, this is the game that they playing. They're playing it like, oh well, yeah, it was just organic. No, it was a planned event, and then they're trying to spin it as if they presented it as some kind of spontaneous event. They're playing very, very slick mental gymnastics and factual gymnastics with these situations. And that much is clear. They playing some factual gymnastics for real. Let's see. Morehouse and Spelman are some of the foremost historically black colleges in the nation. Let's see. I don't think I need to go down there. That just tells you much bunch of stuff. It goes down to okay. The location was beautifully selected, and I think it had an incredible impact, said Bill White, a businessman and longtime friend of a former president who organized a high-dollar luncheon for the Trump campaign in Atlanta's Buckhead neighborhood the same day. I just thought the day was a resounding success for him and for the people in Georgia who loved him and wanted to come out and show their support. Well, there it is. Okay, now, because there's some other things I want to I want to point out here, because this is an angle that some of these folks are going to take. So it goes on to say, White added that Donald Trump is very relatable to anyone. Really, Atlanteans got a chance to see that and show their love back. And he anticipates Trump will make major inroads with black voters in Atlanta and across the country due to events like this, like his on Wednesday, or the Wednesday visit. Now, Jermaine Harris, a spokesperson for the Biden campaign, criticized the visit. Okay, let's check this criticism out. Thinking black voters relate to Donald Trump because he spent 20 minutes handing out freebies at a fast food restaurant is yet another insult to our intelligence, and a perfect example of how disingenuous Trump's outreach to black voters continues to be, Harris said in a statement. Now, see, again, he's saying this in a statement when nobody presented this way. It wasn't presented like that. So it's kind of amazing that like he's trying to take this position. It's like, well, they never presented it. It was an organized event from the jump. So this is just political theater. But I mean, what is funny for me is just the desperation of the black Biden sexuals. Man, this is so you change this whole event into something else, knowing that the optics of black folks being there, and I can't condone all of that hugging on to me. That just looks crazy. And that looked absolutely nuts. Let's see. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to touch on that particular story, because boy, these folks is upset. They are upset. Oh man, but see, I have to just remember, well, do you think 20 minutes of handing out freebies is going to say that you relatable to black people? Probably not. I mean, because truth be told, showing up with chicken and, well, actually, he didn't show up with chicken. He showed up to chicken. Imagine that. He showed up to the chicken. I wonder what the chicken was that he got. But here's another situation where somebody brought chicken, didn't want the chicken. They had a burger instead.
Oh man, you got chicken fingers. You got all day. I went the route of making sure I had a hamburger. So tell me about you guys. What you doing these days?
Why don't you share about your passion of sports?
I'm playing AAU basketball right now.
Are you really? Are you guard?
Yes, sir.
Now, what grade are you in?
7th grade.
7th grade.
Right now I'm just doing basketball, playing guard on the JV team for my school.
How about in school? How y'all doing in school? You should tell the president about the school.
Favorite thing about it is the business academy I'm in. We get to travel, so we've been to NC State, Wake Tech, and
You're kidding me.
we went to this small dry cleaning business, and it's cool. It's a great experience.
I'm impressed. Is that a new program at the school?
Yes, sir, it is. It just started just a couple of years ago.
You know how much this guy loves you. You can just feel it, can't you?
Yes, yeah.
Your dad jumped in front of a bull for you. By the way, we dads are hard to raise. Once you're a teenager, we're hard to raise. So you gotta be patient with us, you know what I mean?
Yes, yeah.
Go patient.
The hypocrisy in the stuff that they push just to avoid talking about actual black issues is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. But expected. But it's like, oh man, Joe Biden think he's gonna, or Trump think he's gonna win over people stopping in Chick-fil-A. I mean, oh man, that's crazy. And then here you got Joe Biden sitting over here with chicken dinners. Oh yeah, that wasn't totally staged. I mean, they go from this, so they were upset at this. But this makes sense. What makes it so bad is there's visibly chicken in the picture. That's what makes this so bad. The visible chicken. It's horrible, man. This somehow, you guys set up this meet and greet at Chick-fil-A. I mean, you got some up and comers here, some future. What's some ladies' names? The one passed away, the sisters, Silk and something. Yeah, they're gonna be the new ones. That's what I do gotta say. The way this woman is running up to hug this man, it is a bit much. I mean, I will have to say that. Diamond and Silk. That's the name of them ladies. Diamond and Silk. And I mean, when I say that they trying to be the new Diamond and Silk, family, I ain't playing. I mean, this man. You see this? my mama, I made it. Oh, man. Oh, I don't know if there's any biscuit emojis, but, whoo, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. She is too excited. And, ma'am. No. Tell my mama I made it.
Where's your family from?
Just gotta know, because it just. When I saw the video, I'm like, whoa. Oh, that's a bit much. That is a bit much. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I'm tell my mama I made it. Ma'am, I understand your enthusiasm, but have to give you you was already over there, so you used to it. So, we will give you the half gallon. You get the 2-liter of Sambo sauce.
Sambo.
My Lord. Lordy me. Lord. Wait, she ran up and hugged that dude. She ran up on the dude like, what is that? Is that 12 years a slave? And that slave ran off, see his master, and book it off the boat and run into the master's arms. I'm saying. Oh, thank you. Thank you for saying. Oh, thank you. Oh, Lord. What is this? Doing the most. Lady Effa in the house. Welcome, Lady Effa. Thank you for being here and also for being a member. And Phantom Beat in the building. Salute Phantom Beat. Appreciate you for being here as well. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And we got Shavonda Lewis in the building. Thank you for being here. Black First. I believe, Shavonda, you usually part of the replay gang, ain't you? Thank you for making it live. I appreciate seeing you in the chat. Thank you. And let's see. And salute to the replay gang. Y'all, y'all come in heavy, about twice as heavy as the live. So shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all. And we got Nichelle Hargrave in the house, Black First, and everyone tuning in from Baltimore. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. See, we got our folks in the house, and they definitely were not on that bridge. So we are grateful of that. We have Edward Bell in the house. Yeah, Diamond and Silk. That's exactly what I meant. Diamond and Silk. And didn't one of them, the sisters took the thing, and now the other sisters kind of silenced her after that, though, because she was coming out kind of talking against that thing. Talking real heavy against it, wasn't she? And they just kind of silenced her, didn't it? Miss D is Sweet 201. Appreciate you for being here. Thank you. Yeah, we're going to get there too. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. So, yeah, that hugging thing, boy, ooh-wee. I understand being, happy to see your candidate, but Lord. Okay. I guess if you had your chance to go see a Broadway show, we know what you want to go see. Yikes. But, you know, it is what it is. So getting to, like I said, this broadcast is not going to be long. We'll get to the meat of the matter, but there is something else I got to look at. 1 second. Where's that at? Okay. Is this it? Oh, this is it. Okay. Now let me touch back on something with the something they're doing, because they're also overhyping the Trump the Trump factor with, like, oh, black people are supporting Donald Trump and they're leaving the Democrats for Donald Trump, and that ain't even the case. Black folks are saying we ain't voting for nobody, and that message it's ringing clear. It's of course it's clear. If you have right wing media people that can tell you what an FBA is, they could say FBA and then Foundational Black American. You know what you're talking about. So times have changed. You best believe they understand the discourse. And some of them things about broken clocks. Well, when it comes down to chicken biscuits, chicken biscuit meals, one person who usually is all about his biscuits, I guess he put the biscuit and the jam down for a second and had this take.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, if we're being fair, if we saw Donald Trump sitting down in a black household eating fried chicken with a father and a son, what would we say? What would we say? What would we say? You know, folks out there would be calling it racist. Well, if it's racist for him, and I'm not saying it would be, but if it's racist for him, why wouldn't it be racist for Biden? I'm not.
Great question. Great question. Now, again, I don't subscribe to this whole idea that black folks are moving over to Donald Trump. No, black folks are just simply moving to their own interests. That is what we have long been saying. Responsible voting is being a responsible voter, voting for your interest. And then now you're even having people try to come out against that logic. Talk about voting your interest. That's crazy. You guys trying to destroy the party. That's crazy talk. No, we're trying to enhance ourselves, enhance and empower. But beware, be very leery of these people who keep trying to go out pushing a narrative that we are sliding to one side or the other. So listen to the lines like, stuff like this.
The most recent New York Times Siena poll found that 23% of black voters would vote for Trump if the election were held today. That's the highest level of support for a Republican candidate since Nixon got 32% of the black vote in 1960. What's going on? How is that possible?
So it's not as surprising as we would like to think. And I think the biggest thing to remember is that Barack Obama is no longer on the ticket and is no longer the face of the Democratic Party. And so the kind of numbers that we're seeing in terms of black voters and the Trump administration or the Trump campaign at this point are actually simply just a return to the numbers that we have seen before that. Now, the real question is, will those numbers actually show up in the election? And my job essentially today is to tell you that probably not. We're not going to see about Trump win 25% of the black vote, the eligible black vote. But what we may see is an actual increase in a return of those black voters who used to be in the Republican Party prior to Barack Obama, we may see them, quote unquote, come home. So it's essentially a return back to the norm of what we saw in the relationship between African Americans and Republicans prior to Barack Obama. It just feels weird because it's Donald Trump.
And she might be right, but look at the big deal that they're making. Are black people going to Trump? No, those black folks were already over there with Trump to begin with. They already told you they were conservative. They're part of conservative college groups. So you take that with a grain of salt. But it is optics. I'll give you that. So, and here's another thing. See, Frankenstein, they had to tap in with Frankenstein to see what Frankenstein had to say. And, Frankenstein, who usually will go out of his way to never mention the word black or black people at all, but always will absorb every opportunity for his colleagues to say could be the first black speaker of the House, while the man never, ever, 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 ever talks for or about black people. Well, here once again, ladies and gentlemen, who they want to be the speaker coming out of New York or New Jersey, wherever the hell he's from, Frankenstein.
I want to show you this New York Times Siena College poll that found that both black and Hispanic voters say that Donald Trump's policies have helped them more than Joe Biden's policies by pretty wide margins, especially when you look at Hispanic voters. Is that alarming to you? That nothing that the Biden campaign has said or done to this point has brought that at least closer than it is right now in this polling?
The Biden administration has an incredible track record of support in making sure that it is working at all times to build an economy from the middle out and the bottom up as opposed to the top down.
Blah, 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 blah. I'm too monotone and too monotoned with no energy and low energy. All I can really give you is blah, 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 blah. If I use my cadence that I've been training on to sound like Barack Obama, then maybe I will sound in the speed and the tone of Barack Obama, but I will not have the fervency of a Barack Obama because I am Frankenstein. Oh, Hakeem Jeffries is just so ridiculously dry. It ain't funny. I mean, and I think people would look at him and be like, oh, okay. He ain't even as charismatic as a Cory Booker. And Cory Booker don't stand a chance of doing anything. So I mean, there's that. He ain't going nowhere. Cory Booker. Now, in the meantime, you got Joe Biden over here supporting this. Well, we will help Israel and this and that. Oh, well, that's great. They're over here starting wars with other countries, blowing up stuff in Syria. I mean, who literally attacks somebody who's nuclear? Oh, I guess Benjamin Netanyahu. So you're going to go over there, Biden's going to be right in front of the NAN flag. I got this presidential podium and I got some Black America behind me and we're not going to take this lion down. Boy, if you don't get yourself up out of here. But let me go back to something here, family. Let me just show you the hypocrisy of all of this, especially the lame and lie stream media, as I say. Live stream media. Check this out.
And said that if you're a Jew and you don't vote for Donald Trump, then you're a bad Jew. Who would ever imagine that religion thousands of years old would be reduced to those simple terms by Donald Trump? Well, I would, because it's happened to the evangelical.
Wow. I mean, what would you say if you don't vote for me? I mean, what would
I
say,
tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
I mean, these people are disgusting hypocrites. Good grief. Tia to you in the building. Shout out to my good sister Tia to you. Thank you for being here and also being a long-standing moderator in this new Black media thing here. Shout out and salute to you, Black First. Yes, indeed. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh my Lord. So let me see. Here's another little clip I want to play, and then we're gonna get to what I want to get to. But I just found this little real hilarious. And this is just showing you the political theater and the nature of just the nature of politicians that they send at you, family. And this Biden dude is he's been at his game for a very long time. I mean, he's been in politics for like 100 years. Check his game.
Was sort of raised in the Puerto Rican community. I had a very close relationship with the Greek American community, for real. I am Joe Bidenopoulos. I grew up in a heavily Irish Catholic community in Scranton, Pennsylvania, and a heavily Italian Polish community. When I say I got raised in the black church, he knows I'm not kidding. The Persian culture is amazing. As a student of the Persian culture, I probably went to shul more than many of you. I come out of the black community. The background of my family is Irish American. Not fundamentally unlike the Palestinian people. I, you might say, raised in the synagogues in my state. Everyone in town was either Polish or Italian. I grew up feeling self-conscious. My name didn't end in an SKI. I was raised in a neighborhood where I felt self-conscious. My name didn't end in O. It's like rabbis, synagogues, and Jewish community centers in your hometowns, and that's the tradition I got raised.
Ooh-wee. In the Mix Radio, salute to you, brother. Salute to you, man. Thanks for being here, Black First. Man, he done been part of every damn commercial. Oh, man, DSM Sinister, and the rest is a clown, and rightfully so. And you know what's so funny? They just went over there and to add insult to injury in Niger. Niger, you know, as they said, they want America out, and the Russian trainers, I guess, to train up the soldiers there have shown up already. So it's getting interesting out here, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you understand. It is on this World War possibility situation. This is something to pay attention to. And for those of y'all who have been like my early subscribers, family, what did I tell y'all? Did I not tell y'all that they understand when you have to turn and focus on us, some of these folks is going to be like, hey, let's just drive the whole car off the cliff. So always keep that in mind when you see these things like this. There might be some irresponsible nut job in a position to do something stupid and cause a potential international crisis. It's not beyond thinking. And again, think of all this stuff that has happened. We start talking about reparations within the reparations conversation and getting police justice. We're in funding 2 wars as a country. And the one thing that was promised to black folks at the time is the one thing that has been completely forgotten about right now. And on top of that, giving billions and billions upon billions to the place to where police go get trained to get militarized, to bring that militarized police force back to the American neighborhoods to where black folks are over policed. And that is something that, that to sit up here and turn around and say, well, where all the black folks at? Man, minding our own black business, not supporting genocide on any side of the game. And then say, well, let's remember all that crap they kept telling us about Israel having a right to defend itself. Right. So if Israel attacks Iran, doesn't Iran have the same ability of defending itself? Not only that, though, isn't Iran on the UN? Aren't they part of the UN Council? So that would be attacking a UN member, wouldn't it? Maybe I'm confused. Maybe they're not. Maybe I don't know. I gotta figure that one out. I thought so, but hey. It seemed like that would be the justification for all out war. And then the friends of the friends and all of these other friends of friends, this thing gets ugly really quick. Very quick. So things to just keep an eye on, family. Make sure you pay attention to the international thing that's going on. Although we don't have any. Okay, Iran has permanent membership in the UN, so that's all out world war. Yeah, we ain't advocating for nothing, but I'm telling y'all, boy, y'all keep an eye, keep an eye on these developments that's going on out here in this world, because good Lord, you got a president that will, these folks, I'm telling you, the hate for us is so deep. I mean, if girls winning a basketball game don't tell you. And look how mad they are at Talbert Swan right now. That is just insane. They are so upset at Bishop Talbert Swan. And you know what? Talbert Swan is absolutely correct in what he said. They are so upset. And understanding, there are champions that ran a perfect team, only lost a few games in a few years. And you're only talking about one player of the losing team. And they upset, they writing articles about it. They big mad about it with Bishop Talbert Swan. Oh, they so damn mad it ain't funny. But, oh, well, let them be mad, because, hey, we've seen this game before. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of seeing this game before, people like to forget, oh, man, OJ did it. OJ was acquitted, just like this guy. I'm confused on what the difference is. What's so different? OJ was acquitted. OJ can't be acquitted, and it's okay. So, like I said, OJ passed, and black folks have shown some love for OJ, and some of these folks is so they're so kiled out right now that they don't know what to do with themselves. Because they over there. But at the end of the day, rest in peace, OJ Simpson. Because white supremacists are still very hurt. Hertz Rent-A-Car, ladies and gentlemen. Hertz Rent-A-Car.
There were people right there. That
So again, ladies and gentlemen, we have more people in the chat right now. So if you missed the beginning video of this broadcast, we are about to go into the last topic of this evening, and you are tuned in to the weekly wrap-up.
Tick faster. That'll be the hour they knock the slick blaster. Dick dastardly, a Muttley with sick laughter. A gunfight and they come to cut the mix master. And living the true gods. Giving y'all nothing but the lick like two broads. Got more lyrics than the church got ooh lords. And they hold the mic at your attention like two swords. Or you the one with two blades on it. Hey you, don't touch the mic like it's AIDS on it.
Mrs. Robinson. Superior Court of California, County of Los Angeles, in the matter of the people of the state of California versus Orenthal James Simpson, case number BA097.
Watch the non-melanated folks, family.
We, the jury, in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Orenthal James Simpson, not guilty of
They are upset. Oh, they are so jilted, ain't they? Oh my goodness. They are hurt. I'll tell you, hurt, ladies and gentlemen. And, you know, it's so funny, you know, you got the George Zimmermans and all these people running around out here, your Yanez's, and, you know, and they free and free as a bird, have slain folks, and people try to make them heroes, and all black folks have done is say, rest in peace, OJ. Oh, my God, you guys are terrible. You support a killer, blah, blah, blah. This man, do you see that big old headline right there? That thing say, not guilty. Simpson free after acquittal. In the law, the court of law in America, to which has been notoriously slanted towards an anti-black outcome, but the juice effect was in play. And they really are still trying to believe that, well, it was because he was black and he was powerful and he was rich. How's that playing out for everybody else right now? We've seen rich black folks lose everything. And this man went to prison for retrieving his own stolen property. But they so upset. They're even upset at the White House family. Look at this. They mad at
this. Was there
this.
any reaction from the president to OJ Simpson's death? Do you know if they ever crossed paths? If so, how, when?
So I'll say this: our thoughts are with his families during this difficult time. Obviously, with his family and loved ones. And I'll say this: I know that they have asked for some privacy, and so we're going to respect that. I'll just leave it there.
And they were upset. Now, and she gave condolences to the family. You realize he has children. He has grandchildren. You know, I'm sure his little grandbabies don't look at grandpa as, you know, you kill two people. Granddaddy's a killer. I mean, seriously? And this is, you know, I started to even put societal indictment on this, but, you know, I don't even think I need to. Y'all know what it is. This whole OJ passing is definitely a solid societal indictment, again, on the dominant society of their raging anti-blackness. And they're upset at black people for saying, rest in peace, OJ. Oh, you support that guy. Oh, my God. First off, folks, you don't get to tell black people what black people we support or don't. Lesson over. Here's another commentator that had something to say, and this went viral also on X. There's all of these right-wing anti-black bigots out there were so upset that, see, they're trying to praise this guy. That on your screen says, not guilty.
But it was so racially charged because of what had happened just before with Rodney King, but also just how Black Americans feel about policing. It's not like OJ Simpson was the leader of the civil rights movement of his era. You know, he wasn't a social justice leader, but he represented something for the Black community in that moment, in that trial, particularly because there were two white people who had been killed, and the history around how Black people have been persecuted during slavery. There were just so many layers. And I guess I would just close with this, is that there was racial tension then, there is racial tension now. It might not be the backdrop of the Trump campaign, but until this country is ready to actually have an honest conversation about the racial dynamics from our origin story till today, we will always have moments like OJ Simpson that manifest, and our country will always be divided if we don't actually deal with the issue of race.
And I would have to agree with her. Ashley Allison. Okay, that's two first names. We know what that means. I have no idea where she's from, but I'm just saying if you want to locate a Caribbean, chances are the last name is also a first name. Just Ashley Allison. Okay. Can't say that I've ever met any Allisons in my day. So, you know, no offense, Ashley.
Where's your family from?
Yep, just saying. No, that ain't Billie Jean. That's Caribbean Queen. The knockoff Billie Jean with the overlong saxophone, keyboard saxophone solo. Well, no, that's a real saxophone player on that record. That's a long solo, by the way. I used to date a Bobby Allison here in North Carolina. Okay, well, there's some Allisons out there. Maybe that might be the East Coast country thing. Okay. Yeah, I'm unfamiliar with that last name out here. Yeah, I've never seen nobody with the last name of Allison. America benefits from white supremacy and it's their greatest weapon next to the gun. Huh? That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that might have the point about, yeah. Thank you, Dominique Devereaux. The same way they feel about our reaction to OJ passing is the same way they should feel about how they feel about Carolyn Dunham Bryant. Facts. That woman went straight on up out of here without justice. And a child was taken out of here viciously by her husband. You know, using them lies, them lies and what they say, white woman tears. Yeah. Better know it. But family, where is this at? Okay, that's right. I had to restart this window. Let me get my little tab back up here. Where is that at? Yeah, buddy. Because there is something. Here we go. Oh man, you know it's bad. And I've never been fond of this guy in the first place to begin with. You know, I know he lost his child and all, but you know, if anybody could ever say that Fred Goldman don't come off as an anti-black bigot, you are full of crap, and you are not being honest. So anyway, just off my screen here. What's going on? Okay, I don't want that. Got this ad on my screen I'm really trying to get off, and it's not letting me get rid of it. So I'm trying to see this article, and it is right in my way. Hold on. Let me do this. Let me use this. Okay. No, I do have it here. All right. We'll just get like that. So, let me move this over here a bit. Okay. So, yeah, Fred Goldman, who you see on the screen as the father of Ronald Goldman, and I guess they are still they're still saying they're owed, and he's trying to come after OJ's family for this money. It's ridiculous. So it says when the former Football Hall of Famer passed away on Wednesday, OJ Simpson still owed Ron Goldman's family over $100 million. The Goldman family was determined to get their money, according to a recent story. Damn. In 1995, Simpson, the then 76-year-old, was found not guilty of killing Goldman and his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson. But 2 years later, a civil court determined that Simpson was liable for almost $33 million. OJ Simpson has ballooned the debt to over $100 million over the decades, but he has not paid it off in full, according to the Goldman family attorney, David Cook, who spoke with the Daily Mail. In reaction to Simpson's passing, Cook stated, "We have started over here. We're going to work hard on that. There might be something out there. We have had this problem for a long time," he added. "It could be in a trust. It could be in probate. It could be all gone." For the Goldman family, paying for the civil trial has been a drawn-out and difficult process. Notably, the decision resulted in Simpson sports memorabilia being auctioned off for thousands of dollars and raising money for the bereaved family. So he was acquitted, but he's still found liable. That never made sense to me in the first place. But so they're able to go just get money from this man, and he has to pay them from something that he couldn't even get convicted on in criminal court. The logic here is it's ridiculous. But it's, of course, it speaks to what this system really is, doesn't it? And let's see. In 2007, a bankruptcy court has also decided to award the Goldman family the rights to Simpson's book, which describes how their sons and Nicole's deaths would have happened if he had been the murderer. With some modifications, the Goldmans decided to publish the book as If I Did It, Confessions of a Killer, when the debt reached over $96 million in June 22. Ron's father, Fred Goldman, criticized Simpson for only making relatively small payments throughout the years. So if you didn't know, like they keep putting it out there in the wind, and I have to, really also take a look at the media for being responsible of doing that as well, because they're trying to float out that idea that, the kids of OJ Simpson should lose their money to go pay this guy who got one foot in the grave. And somehow that makes sense. So let's go after this guy. That makes no sense. But, we've always felt that Ron Goldman was a anti-black bigot from all the way back then. So, and then when OJ showed up with the nation, they really didn't know. So he's going to show up with the Nation of Islam. So, and you just see all the different supremacists who have been upset all week long. Oh my God, I can't believe it. It's, and it's never about race when it's us. It's self-defense when it's them. But Caitlin Clark is still a loser. And and Don Staley is the GOAT. And so when you see these things absolutely having to play out before everybody's face, this is how the supremacist week has went. Remember the greatness of Johnny Cochran? You could remember the greatness of the Juice and all the things that he has done on the football field. You can look at his movie projects. All of these people are human. Nobody is ever meant to be worshipped because everybody is human. People are people. And the one thing about it is, sometimes what they have done, when you're a champion, when you're award winners, when you know how to do it, you get accolades for it. And those just sit on the books forever. And that's the difference between number one and number two. And a lot of these people feel like they are number two when they should be number one. But at the end of the day, the Most High just said it ain't gonna be so. And, the rest is history. And so, it's so funny how much these people have vitriol. And there's this old clip I want to play real quick. Let me get this in here. Oh man. This is supremacist this week.
But so here, we play this real quick.
I
never personally shaken hands with a murderer. It's good to see you.
Thank you. Very nice meeting you.
Doesn't that hurt?
Huh?
Doesn't that hurt your feelings?
No.
After we finished filming, OJ said to me that he had a surprise for me, and I genuinely was surprised. I think it was his idea of a joke. And this is it.
Damn, OJ, that some people could probably say that was too soon. Oh yeah, another there's another little video I need to play for y'all because they was upset. Oh yeah, let me get this in here. Yeah, let me get this one thing in here. And then there's one video I want to play and give a quick commentary on before we get out of here. They were all upset, like CNN is promoting this killer.
And it's also just worth noting how much was impacted by this trial, Jake. So many things happened. We saw policing changing here in the city. And it's also worth noting because of that unrest, that racial unrest in the 90s, that is why so many people who may not have been invested in OJ Simpson were just happy to see that someone who was rich and famous and black could get away with what other people did in the system as well, too.
Stephanie Elam, thanks so much.
Yeah, I would. That was poorly worded, but I get the gist of what you said. But did you notice that lace front family? That lace front is a monster. Ooh, wee. That lace front is a beast. Whew. All right. So get that sister a beautician. Yeah, no baby hair, no bangs right there. Yeah, she needs some bangs. Jeez. Ooh, oh. She needs the bang. Oh. Oh, man. Oh, man. But, man, again, rest in peace, OJ Simpson. He had a great career. And condolences to his family. And may they keep their family fortune in the family and not let their money be taken by greedy devils that, should probably have never gotten any of their money to begin with, since this man was acquitted and absolutely not guilty. So, there's that. But one last thing we got to talk about this evening, ladies and gentlemen. There's been a real weird wave of folks trying to get us on this mind state of identifying with Africa. We are the man. You guys are Africans, man. Everybody got to sit up here and we got to tap into Africa, this, Africa, that. All right. Well, look, we not. But I wanted to play this video. Now we'll give my commentary on this before we get out of here. So just check this out.
For those black presenting people who want to drop the African and African American and solely claim to be Black American, I need y'all to take a good look at your food, your music, and your language. You can't claim soul, Cajun, or Creole food, then deny being African. You can't claim rap, blues, R&B, or country, then deny being African. You can't claim Gullah, Creole, or Geechee, then deny being African. The historical origins of cultural things Black presenting Americans have has a deep connection to Africa, down to the texture of your hair, to the wideness of your nose and the folds of your lips. Y'all may think it's cute to deny being African because somewhere within you, you feel as though you don't have a connection to Africa. But baby, you have a wide range of connection to Africa. Even if you claim to be indigenous to America, or you say that there were Africans who settled in the lands before it was called America, you are still African. There were Africans that mixed with indigenous people. They intermarried. That's historically documented. They are still of African descent. Africans traveled all over the world and settled in different lands. Africans were also brought to the Americas during the transatlantic slave trade. There is no way you're walking with black skin, with broad noses and full lips, eating soul food, and you're telling me that you're not African. There's no way. This anti-African propaganda is embarrassing. There's no other race of people who deny their ancestral roots more than the black people who reside in America. And that is extremely, extremely disappointing.
Okay, so first off, what she did was the same thing that all of Pan-Africanist morons do. She did not identify any connection. If you notice that, she'll just tell you, yeah, you have a connection. Okay, well, then what is it? Because see, the question that I often ask, if you guys see me in some of these threads, what is my question to all of these individuals? And I've asked it on this broadcast before. Hey, Pan-Africans, I even put it in a little short video, and it's literally out there, and people can go chime in on me anytime you want to, but nobody has taken up that offer to say, I'm going to answer his question about where black people in America would be in relation to Africa. So what country would we come from? So I want to revisit some things she said real quick.
Representing people who want to drop the African and African American and solely claim to be Black American, I need y'all to take a good look at your food, your music, and your language.
Okay, our food, our music, and our language. Our language is English, a European language. The countries around us speak English, French, and Spanish, all European languages, by the way. Now, there are native speaking people here, which would be Hebrew. I'm not sure where you would connect the Hebrew to an African dialect, because what would be found with those those early American black folks were doing, they were speaking Hebrew. The people on Christopher Columbus's ships were Hebrew interpreters coming here to the Americas. So why would they need Hebrew interpreters to come over to this country, looking at a place where black folks were living at? So yeah, people were all over the Africa, but now you're still talking about the same tie that every being walking the face of the earth would have. Why are you so hell-bent on getting us tied to you? And I can tell you why. It's because they know we ain't the same. And the more delineation we do, the more butt naked they are. This ain't about us unifying with them. This is about us being a cover for them. And we're removing the cover by delineation, and they have to now stand on their own. They could sit up there and sweep all their garbage under our rug. We cutting that off. So what she's saying are your food and this. Okay, well, let's look at that.
You can't claim soul, Cajun, or Creole food, then deny being
soul food. Let's start there. Where is soul food originated at in America? See, this is where these tethers get the talking out their ass. And then really I do not know where these people get their information from, but they are so far off base. It ain't funny. Soul food comes from Africa, sweetheart. I would like to see how you make the comparison of what slaves were given and working with in the bottoms of a plantation for 7 generations of people. Where would the connection to Africa be there? And here's the one question I always keep asking as well. That when you say about those Africans that were in Europe, though the Moors call themselves Moors. You can look at ancient Byzantine coins. You can look at ancient Moorish Muslim or Islamic coins. They're all telling you that they represent what they represent, and there is nothing representing Africa. For the Moors, if you look at some of them Moors, especially them Byzantine folks, you'll always see a palm tree on those. Palm trees are from the land north of Egypt, ma'am. Again, there's a little region that they're fighting over now. And let's also look back at ancient land maps. Man, the water, earth, and time affects how the earth is shaped and formed. So there is a very great possibility that that land mass looked a lot different in the origins of a lot of the people on earth. So once again, to say you have, and of course, we also know it wasn't named Africa. So we could not be Africans because it wasn't named Africa. And if these people existed over in America before Africa even got that name, then they definitely can't say the black people in America have a tie to America or to Africa. Not that way. Just in the way of DNA. And then that would be every human being on the planet Earth now, wouldn't it? So soul food comes from slavery. Creole food actually also is coming from slavery. So again, this woman does not even know that there was French slaves in America. Like, she doesn't know the French had their own little cutout place in America where they were running slaves. Boy, these people come over here and start talking all kind of out their ass. Man, the French Quarter. Why do you think it's the French Quarter, ma'am? Jeez, these people are something special, ain't they? So that takes care of Creole food. Slave. Let's go on.
In African. You can't claim rap, blues,
No.
R&B, or country,
Whoa.
then deny being African.
Oh, baby. No. See, who in Africa making soul records? What soul singer you done heard in Africa? Is that the dude that looked like Rick James? The dude with the blue. There's a dream me up or love me up or love me down, dream me down or something like that. Man, you can't be serious. What African remotely comes close to our singers? So, and even with the music, like the way we communicate and the way we flow, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Boy, these septum ring nuts be, well, I guess, look at this hair, the septum ring. Boy. Oh, boy, I tell you, these folks is lost.
You can't claim Gullah, Creole, or
okay, once again, I will say these people have no clue on what the hell they're talking about. You can't claim Gullah, you can't claim Creole, and you can't claim Geechee. Ma'am, you just labeled all 3 attributes of the same exact group. Gullah Geechees or a Creole. These tethers really be thinking they coming over here dropping bombs on us. Like, yeah, you guys.
Deny being African. The historical origins of cultural things Black presents in America.
Jeez, freaking out on me. I don't know what's going on here. It's funky. What's happening here? Hold on. Don't know what's happening. Okay, we just gonna get that off the screen. Shoot, no, I'm not even gonna mess with it because we've seen it. So I mean, just going through it, those are a few things just to show you how much they will lie. And again, I will reiterate. There is nothing about our upbringing that has any, there's nothing like, I can't tell you anything that I grew up knowing in my own family. We are very proudly and indigenously Black. And it's not a foreign thing. You know what I'm saying? Just among my own family. So when you get these people, and what you're talking about, my relative is the first Black person born in the state of Colorado after slavery. These people come over here talking to us like slavery was 1,000 years ago and we don't have no ties and generational ties going back hundreds of years knowing our folks here. These people don't even know their damn birthday thinking they're going to tell us who our family is. I don't think so. And then you come on, and not only that, how many times have we seen these people come over here and the next thing they trying to do is get all up under them folks? I don't think so. Because this is what they really, and see, they talk that Black, that pro-Black, they want us to go to Africa so they can get over here and start tap dancing for massa so they can get a little bit of that.
Taste the butter spread. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the butter spread. To get your butter spread all on me. I don't like the way it mixes with my mac and cheese.
So, ladies and gentlemen, always remember, there's a saying that goes, you just simply cannot fake the funk. And I will ask and challenge any ashy ankle tether from Africa or anywhere else to show me who's funky like this. Babylon is falling. Babylon is falling. Let it fall and let us rise. Can you dig it? Yes, indeed. Thank you, Queen 101, Queen Yo 103, Queen, and thank you so much. Your music definitely, yes, definitely hitting. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And you know, we got some things coming, and you know, we'll be putting things together. But yeah, these folks is upset, ain't they? And it's funny, we got into this conversation with this Pan-Africanist dude because these people make posts from time to time. I don't know what the issue is, but now, well, I do know what it is because the Pan-Africanism thing was a hustle. It was a con. It was you were able to make money out of it the true nature of Pan-Africanism at its core right now, as it stands by the people who represent it, not in its theory and initial doctrine of Dr. Heinrich Clark, but more so this new wave, this Pan-Africanist 2.0 mindset. That's just a hustle and a business for a lot of people, and in a lot of ways, it promotes cowardice. Because the one thing it never does is boldly go in front of the oppressor and call out the oppressor. It'll sit and debate, plebiscite, go back and forth about blackness and who's black and who's not. Light skin, you're too light. You're not black because you're too light. Those are arguments that are not about empowerment. When you wake up in the morning and say, I want to sit up here and put a foot up the butt of the system of white supremacy, then you have arrived at the place that you need to be. Because New Black Media is your medium for the truth. There is no other place to where you are going to find Black folks talking like yourselves. But behind these mics and these chats and these spaces, applause and cheers and salute to all of you out here in this Black grassroots. Because there is a lot of opposition out here, and some looks like us. So when you have a lot of people that want to get out there and start talking cowardly, well, what we need to do is we need to get all our paperwork in order. See, that conversation right there tells you this person is sent to keep you in the mind state of being under this system, the way it stands right now. That's not promoting change. You know what's promoting change? Standing on your square and telling the world. And now you're hearing it in major media forms and spaces and broadcasts. Oh, a lot of people are talking about that one special candidate of 2024. Couch. Because it's no tangibles, no vote. No Black agenda, no vote. And also, Ukraine is not our responsibility. And we're well aware of that. And last but least, for those of you who are Pan-Africanists, we know nothing about Africa, although our roots are there in terms of our forebears, meaning DNA. Yes, but that's all over the world. But I mean, as far as the average Negro today, he knows nothing about Africa. And I think he's got to face the fact that he is an American. His culture is basically American. And one becomes adjusted to this when he realizes what he is. And for those of you who think that those words don't make enough sense that you can understand them, when we tell you we understand our lineage goes back there, but we are foundational Black Americans. We are the descendants of American freedmen. This is who we be. And if you have a problem with that, and you are still in denial of that, well, for you and the other Sambos that were over there hugging up with Trump like idiots, looking like plantation children, well, I think I speak for myself. Beatzilla PDX official. Those of Beatzilla PDX official show, and those of you in the chat, grassroots, the voices of New Black Media. I think it is safe to say I speak for all parties involved when we proudly dedicate this song to you.
Get up off of that cocaine and get up off of that crack. Get yourself together and get your mind back.
And do it quick, because one thing we always know is white tethers really want us to be African these days. And the saying goes here at the Beatzilla PDX official show, hashtag hands off our reparations.
You have no rights here. We're not under the empire.
Family, you can follow me at Instagram, Beatzilla PDX at Instagram, Facebook, and well, X. And then you can email me at ourrealtruth@gmail.com. And if you feel so inclined to put some money in the bucket, you can definitely do so by way of donation at CashApp, $Beatzillapdx. That's CashApp, $Beatzillapdx. And also, don't forget we have PayPal, which is Zilla Muzak. That is ZillaMuzak at PayPal. Yes, indeed. You know, and that's funny you said that, Judah Queen, because all Africans don't get along. I mean, they beef intertribal heavy. So all of this pushing, that means because we're pushing a better financial position, and that has global implications. So that is why you're seeing a lot of them really worried about kind of being left out. And they can go get their bread on where they need to go get it on, but it ain't going to happen here, and we will not be duped into the flat black conversation. That ain't going to happen. So, you know, but not needless to say, we stay vigilant, because we have to watch these folks, you know. So I'd like to say thank y'all for tuning in this evening. I appreciate y'all. And once again, rest in peace to OJ Simpson, man, and condolences to his family. These folks are so upset. And again, salute to the South Carolina Lady Gamecocks for being world champions and running the table. And salute to all of you, and happy New Black Media Appreciation Month. Salute to all of y'all. So that being said, keep your 3 smooth stones at the ready and your slingshot nearby, because you need to stay black, stay vigilant, and stay alive. Black first, black first, black first. Shalom, y'all. Y'all have a great weekend. Peace.
When you know who Satan is, yes, sir, you don't have to kill him. No. The stone of truth. Yeah. See, that's what you throw. Yes, right. Allah says, had we wished to take a pastime from before, surely we would have done it. Nay, we cast truth at falsehood till we knock out its brains. Every one of you that knows the truth, stand up and tell it from the mountaintop. Black people can't take it no more. So wherever you are on the job, in the factory, I don't care where you are. If you know the truth, stand up on the truth and tell Satan, who the hell are you to try and pick my friends? Farrakhan is God's man, and you are from the enemy of God. So to hell with you. Stand up on it like a man.